One bright afternoon, Clara, a woman in her late 30s, was enjoying a peaceful walk by the river with her tiny dog. She loved these quiet moments when the chirping birds and the warm sunlight helped her escape her busy life. But today, something caught her eye. Clara noticed a young black woman holding a toddler in her arms. The little boy, no older than 4, wore designer clothes that suggested he came from a wealthy family. Beside her, a 10-year-old boy with messy blonde hair stood stubbornly, his face streaked with tears. He was shouting, refusing to follow her. Clara's gut told her something was wrong. Feeling uneasy, she approached a nearby police officer. Her voice trembled. "Officer, I think something's off. That woman might be kidnapping those children." The officer nodded and followed Clara's gaze toward the young woman. Together, they walked toward her. The woman, Mia, noticed them and froze. Her eyes reflected fear and worry. "Is something wrong?" Mia asked softly, trying to stay calm, though her voice quivered. The officer frowned. "Can you explain your relationship with these kids?" Mia took a deep breath, her voice steady but her hands trembling. "I'm their stepmother. This is Ethan," she gestured to the little one in her arms, "and that's Max." She looked at the older boy who glared at her. "He's still getting used to me, so he's upset. But I promise I'm their stepmother." The officer crouched to Max's level. "Is this your mom? Tell me the truth." Max hesitated, a mischievous glint flashing in his tear-filled eyes. Then, with a loud, determined voice, he blurted, "No, she's a kidnapper! She's lying! She tricked us!" The officer stiffened, and Clara gasped. Mia's face turned pale. The officer said firmly, "Ma'am, you need to come with us for questioning." Mia tried to protest, but it was no use. As she was escorted to the police car, tears welled up in her eyes. She whispered, "Please, just call their father. He'll explain everything." At the station, Mia was interrogated for hours. The officers were harsh, accusing her repeatedly. "Admit it, you kidnapped them, didn't you?" Mia shook her head, holding back tears. "I didn't kidnap anyone. I love those boys. Please call their father." Meanwhile, Max sat in the waiting area, feeling triumphant. He thought it was all just a prank, unaware of the trouble he had caused. Ethan, too young to understand, clung to his brother. Hours later, the police managed to contact the children's biological mother, Stephanie. When she arrived at the station, her cold demeanor shocked everyone. "Is there a problem?" she asked flatly. The officer explained the situation, but Stephanie just shrugged. "Mia is their stepmother. My ex-husband remarried, and he's the one raising them. I've got my own life to live." The officer blinked in disbelief. "Wait, you knew about this and didn't step in?" Stephanie smirked. "I have a flight to Bali with my fiancé. Can I go now?" Before anyone could respond, Max ran to her, crying, "Mom, please take me with you. I want to be with you." Stephanie turned, her expression icy. "Stop whining, Max. You belong with your stepmother." She pushed him aside, raising her hand as if to slap him. But before she could, Mia stepped between them, taking the slap herself. Her face stung, but she didn't say a word. Stephanie stormed out without looking back, leaving her children behind. Suddenly, the station doors burst open, and Daniel, Mia's husband and the boy's father, rushed in. As the city's newly elected mayor, his presence carried weight. He ran to Mia, hugging her tightly. "I'm so sorry, Mia. I should have been here for you." The officer who had interrogated Mia looked ashamed. Daniel demanded an apology and ordered reforms to ensure this kind of prejudice wouldn't happen again. Finally, Daniel turned to Max, ready to scold him. But Mia placed a hand on his shoulder. "He's just a child. He'll learn." Max broke down, sobbing uncontrollably. "I'm sorry, Mia. Mom, I didn't mean to hurt you. I just wanted my real mom to love me." Mia knelt down, pulling him into a hug. "It's okay, Max. I'll always love you no matter what." The room fell silent. In that moment, everyone could see how much Mia loves her stepchildren. The family walked out of the police station, all smiles, leaving the officers speechless.